first I'm just going to start off with priming my face, and I'm just using the L'Oreal Studio Secrets Anti-Redness Primer. So, just putting it on my cheeks. This is like my all-time favorite primer. This is probably like the only primer that I'm ever going to use unless I find anything that compares to it at all. It does like really wash out your face though, so you have to like kind of like sit it in there for a little bit. So yeah, so I applied my primer. So the foundation that I'm using is just the CoverGirl Nature Luxe in the color 320 Aspen. So I'm just putting this right here onto the back of my hand. Just a little, probably like that much is really all that you're going to need. I might have actually put too much. And I'm just putting it on with my e.l.f. powder brush. So I just like dab it in and just kind of, you know, rub it into your face. And then once that's all blended out, you're just going to conceal anything that you have using any concealer. Actually, I'm going to use, can't find it, my Physicians Formula Concealer Twins, and I'm just going to be using this side and just putting 3 dots under my eyes and then just patting it on, because you don't want to like stretch the skin under there because it's really sensitive. So yeah, and then take whatever powder you use. I'm using NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Face Powder, sorry if it glared, and I'm just taking my e.l.f. complexion brush and just quickly putting it in, just kind of putting it all over my face. So now I'm just using some of my NYC Smooth Skin Bronzing Face Powder. It is a bronzer and it's in the color Sunny. So I'm just taking my Physicians Formula Kabuki brush that I showed you guys how to clean in my makeup brush clean video. And I'm just kind of putting it along my cheekbone, my nose, and then like down the sides of my forehead, just like in the 3 shape, just where like the sun would naturally hit your face. So, and then for blush, I'm using my Coastal Scents 10 blush palette. But you can use any kind of like lavender purple color. That's what I'm using. And I'm just taking this stippling really thin brush, and I'm just dabbing like my brush in it just a couple times, and then just putting it on my cheeks. So it just kind of gives you a really like subtle, light, kind of lavender colored. So now we have finished everything on our face. So now we're starting with the eyes, and I'm just starting off using the e.l.f. eyelid primer, and I'm just going to put that and a little on my lower lash line because we will be working down there too, and then just putting it on. Okay, so then you're going to be starting with an eyeshadow base, and the one that I am using is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bad to the Bronze, and it just looks like this. It's this really pretty like bronzy, kind of like a MAC paint pot, and I'm just taking probably like not a lot. So now I'm going to be taking my Naked 2 palette by Urban Decay, and you probably, sorry I'm really zoomed in, all know what this looks like. That's upside down, I don't want to blind you, but yeah. So I'm just going to be taking YDK, which is this right there, it's upside down, that's YDK, and I'm just packing it onto my eyelid with this C eyeshadow brush right here, and I'm just kind of like, you know, just kind of patting it on because it does have some kind of fallout, I guess you could say, and I'm just packing that all over my lid. We're just going to be taking the brush that actually does come with the Naked palette, and we're just kind of like just blending that up just so the lines aren't so harsh. So, and then we will be taking Tease which is this kind of purpley brown color right here. And we're putting that into our crease. I'm just using this brush. It is just like kind of like a really matte brownish purple color. But I'm just putting that on the outer half and then up into the crease. So it should look a little something like this so far, and now I'm just going to be taking a tiny bit of Busted right on just the outer, very outer corner of my eye. And up into the crease a little, just a little tiny bit. So I'm just blending, kind of like fixing it and just like blending all that out. And then I'm going to be taking out, since this is like a really shimmery look, I'm just going to be taking Boxy, which is just like a really matte highlight. And I'm just taking this brush again and just getting some of it in. Just putting it up under my brow bone. So now I'm taking this e.l.f. cream eyeliner, and it just looks like this. It is in the color Coffee. It doesn't say any that on there anywhere, but it's in the color Coffee. And I'm just taking this little eyeliner brush and I am applying this onto my upper lash line. I'm not really gonna be winging it out that much. So I actually did end up applying a very, very, very thick line of brown eyeliner on the top, but you know, that's okay because I think it looks really nice. And then I'm going to be taking just my Physicians Formula brown. It was for the nude eyes. It's just one of the Shimmer Strip pencil liners. I'm just going to be taking my lid down and putting a tiny bit in the waterline, but not a lot. So now again I'm going to be taking Busted from the Naked palette, and I'm just going to take this little flat kind of brush and just like, I don't know, that was really weird, just like dab it in there and take it underneath my eye. And just kind of smoke it out. You want this to be like really dramatic looking. So now I'm just curling my eyelashes with my NYC eyelash curler. And I'm just going to be applying some of my favorite mascara, which is the Maybelline 1x1 Volume Express. And I'm just putting it on my upper lashes and a little bit down on my lower lashes. So this is the finished, really dramatic looking eyeshadow, and now I'm going to move on to what I'm doing with my lips. So I'm really not doing much to my lips. I'm just going to be applying an EOS lip balm just to like kind of prep them, because I'm not really going to be applying a dark color because I do want the focus to be on the eyeshadow. So I'm just going to be taking one of my Revlon lip butters in the color, if I could get it out, Gumdrop. Oh, that was a really weird noise. It's just in 60 Gumdrop, and it's this really pretty kind of like a really light purple color. So I'm just going to be just putting a very little amount of that on, just making my lips a little like lighter looking, so I just used that lip butter. So guys, I think that is it for my back to school makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a look that I'll be wearing a lot. I do sometimes, maybe like probably once like every couple weeks, I do a really dramatic eyeshadow look, just like with like a really cute like kind of simple outfit, and then just kind of like spice it up with this like eyeshadow look. And again, it was featuring the Naked palette, which I am amazed with. I love it so much. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this back to school tutorial. If you want any other back to school videos, I'll be doing them, so please comment down below and tell me what you guys want to see. So I will talk to you all later. Bye!